Good morning and happy Thursday. We're new streaming network WGSN-DB going solo network radio. Welcome to your Health Vibes with Elana. I'm your host, Elana, and wellness empowerment coach. And today, my journey is to raise your heart, body, and soul vibes to the next level so you can transform your life today. And today, our topic is awakening. I can't even talk because I'm just so excited about it. Awaken your inner light with the one, the only, my dot sister, Wendy. Welcome.
Thank you, Alana. This is amazing. Wow, I'm so excited to be on this podcast with you.
I'm so happy that you are here today. So I know about you, but I would love for you to tell the world a little bit about yourself. And, I would love to get to know you more and have my audience know you.
Oh, thank you. So, yeah, I love talking about myself. So,
yes, this is one thing that I am challenged. I dare you to talk about yourself.
Yes, and this is what being a dot sister is about too, is celebrating us, right?
Yes.
So, I am me.
Yes.
I'm married, and my husband is a gastroenterologist. I have 2 kids. My son Ethan is just about 16, and my daughter Julia is 13. So, yay. And we are out in Massachusetts, so just outside of Boston, Massachusetts. And my background is I studied exercise physiology in undergrad. And so I've always known to be in the fit, like just be active. That's what my dad taught me growing up. And then after that, I was like, well, I don't want to be a personal trainer per se. Like, I don't want to watch people work out. I just want to work out myself, I think. And then I was like, well, okay, so what's next? And then so I became a physician assistant. I didn't want to be a physician. I married one instead. And keep it simple, right? And then I was like, okay. So when we started having kids 15 years ago, I was like trying to get back into what I learned in school. And the workouts, like working out wasn't giving me the results that I was used to getting. And one of my friends was like, oh, Wendy, don't you know, once you have kids, your body's never going to be the same. And I was like, no one told me that. And I was like, if I had known, maybe I wouldn't have. So I was like, what?
Advertisement.
Yeah. Refund. So like here I was trying to, I'm like on this emotional roller coaster, having kids and trying to fit in workouts and like finding childcare and like timing it right. And it was, after a year of doing that, I wasn't noticing any results, and I was still like, ugh, about my body. And it was like still feeling uncomfortable, like with buttoned pants.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if this is a earth-shattering news, but like, don't go with buttons.
Yeah.
It's like, this is where the leggings came into my world, like athleisure wear. I was like, why did I do that? But there I was, like beating myself up, and I was like, well, what's the point if none of these workouts are doing anything for me and it's so much effort, like I might as well just stop, right? Like the logical thing, like just give up on working out. So I did that for a good 2 years, and I'm like, I feel like a hypocrite. Like, what am I going to do? Like, I don't want to be on a diet. Like, I don't need a diet. If I walked into Weight Watchers, like back when Weight Watchers was, like people would look at me like I'm crazy because I'm not overweight, but I was just like, I had that mommy muffin, and I was like, ooh, so grossed out about it. And then so I tried different like diets and things like that, or like smoothie challenges, green smoothie challenges. Pain in the butt. Like, how many hours do I want to like figure out what, and I was doing a community supported agriculture program. So I was like buying from local farmers and like getting all these like random root vegetables. And I'm like, what is this? What do I do with it? And it's like the juicing thing. I'm like, ugh, so much.
I feel you.
Who has time for that? And I was like, when are these 30 days over? I'm like, So then it was a chiropractor actually who introduced me to the nutrition products, isogenics. And I was like, man, I've tried shakes before. They don't do anything for me. But I was more interested in longevity. My parents are acupuncturists, so they've always taught me like your health is your number one wealth. And they always focused on quality of life and living to their as long as you can. So right now my dad's 88 and he still plays tennis.
Yes, that's my favorite. I love that.
He's retiring at the end of this year.
So
yeah. And my mom's in her 80s as well too, and she stays active. She's so flexible too. It's crazy. I'm like, that's my mom. Those are my parents.
Beautiful. I feel like I can relate. My parents have always stayed active, and they're like 10 years younger, but they're turning 74, and they play tennis all the time too. They're active. And, growing up, was it anything ever like forced, or did you feel it was very like natural, saying there? I love acupuncture. That is like one of my favorite, like most rewarding things. My grandmother swore by it and so much stuff, but maybe we could go a little deeper. Growing up, was this something that you aspired by because your parents did what they did? Did you not want to do that? Or was it more kind of that thin line?
That's a great question. So my dad grew up in, he survived the Cultural Revolution in China. So he knows all about no choice, not having choices, like being told what your profession is, what you're allowed to do, what you're not allowed to do, how much, all that stuff. And he actually escaped imprisonment, and he was in the mountains for 1 week and swam across the channel to Hong Kong for safety. And it's crazy. So he can be interviewed as well too.
Yes, I would love to interview him. Like that is incredible.
Yeah. And so when they came over to the States, he was a surgeon in China. And when he escaped to Hong Kong, he was able to fall back on acupuncture, because in China, part of your physician studies includes acupuncture. So that's a staple. Wow. So he opened up, or he was working in Hong Kong as an acupuncturist. And my grandmother had been seeing him, and she actually invited my mom to accompany her. So my grandmother was the matchmaker. My mom's like, why do you need me to go to your appointment with you? And so she met my dad. And then they eventually came over. My dad was offered an opportunity to come to the US, and kind of weird, but he ended up in Boston. And anyway, I grew up in Connecticut, but so he always was like, whatever you do, you have to be active. And like for him in the Chinese culture, it's like, well, first of all, like boys were the thing, and he didn't have boys, he had 2 girls. So he's like, and I was skinny because I had braces, so it was painful to eat. And I was always a slow eater, and the food was always put away by the time, like, whatever. So, and he was always like, you're too skinny, it's no good. And so like in his mind, it's like survival, right? Like, how are you going to survive on your own if you're skinny and you can't even fend for yourself? So he was always like, go exercise, go do something. And he would really push that on us.
Yeah.
And so that's where I got it from. But then I was like, yeah, I do see the value in it, because it is quality of life. Like people who don't move on a regular basis, when I was working as a physician assistant, I was like, I remember I was in orthopedics, and I remember seeing people come in and they're always like, oh, I'm just getting old. And I'm like, you're not that much older than I am. And like, when people started saying that and they were younger than me, I was like, this is something, no, people are missing it. People are missing the boat. So yeah, so it was something that was always in the back of my mind. And so like when I stopped working out, when I had kids, I felt like such a hypocrite. And I was like, how am I going to get back to working out? Like I don't want to. I have PTSD from it. And then when I was introduced to isogenics, and I really was like, I'll just try. I really want this one longevity supplement. That's it. And then the chiropractor was like, well, if you're going to do that, you might as well try our shakes because they're our staples. Like, fine, just get me out of the office. And I was like, I don't want to be an easy sell, but here I am. Because I was at a point where I was like, nothing that if I continue doing what I'm doing, I'm like, I'm not at a result that I want to be at. So like, I might as well try. It's a 30-day money back guarantee, and like, get off my back. Right. Like 4 days in, I was also vegetarian at the time because I was like, well, I might as well change up my diet. And I heard vegetarianism was healthier. So I tried that. Yeah. So I tried that. I did lose weight, but I was like at a point where I was like constantly thinking about protein, the way people are counting calories. I was like, where am I going to get my next protein? Like, how much protein is in these beans, in this rice, in whatever. So I was losing weight, but I was also losing muscle mass. And that was kind of scary because I was like, oh, this is exactly what my dad doesn't want me to do. Right. Like, if I was too skinny before, I'm like even skinnier. And I'm like, this is no bueno. So, so then when I started, like, isogenics came into my life, I started with one shake a day and the longevity supplement. And I was like, in 4 days, I was like, what is going on? I saw myself in the mirror. I'm like, why do I have more lean muscle? I'm not working out at this point. And I'm like, mind blown, right? Like 3 years of physician assistant study on top of 4 years of exercise physiology. And I'm like, this is not computing. Like, why is this so easy? You know? And I was like, oh, and I'm like, what if it could be this easy? So then I like started diving into it, and I was like, okay, now I'm like 2 kids in, and I'm in better shape than I was in high school and college when I was. Thank you.
Yes.
I love when that works. Does this work too? And then, so I was like, oh, it works for you. Works for the host. Good. At least it works for you. So I was like, why do I look better now after having 2 kids than I did in high school and college when I was working out 3 to 4 times a week? I'm like, this makes no sense. I'm all in. Like, what is going to get me to work out again? Like, it's almost like too easy. And I'm like, I was like, I feel out of integrity. So I'm like, something needs to get me back into working out. So then I watched 2 mom friends do fitness competitions. And I was like, oh my gosh, I would never do that. But what if?
Yeah. Asking for a friend.
Yeah. And I was like, well, would that get me to work out again? I'm like, I think it would. I think, well, like, let's find out. So then I found a coach who would allow me to continue using my supplements, and which was important because I was like, why would I step away from it if that's what helped me? Right. So then I was like, I'm just going to do one and see what happens. Like, I'm not going to tell anyone because I think I'm crazy anyway. Like, I'm
like, we're the biggest critic of ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, I was so uncomfortable in my own skin that like and in the Asian culture, you don't do stuff like that. You don't like show off your body at all. No. I'm like, okay, I guess this might be it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. So I did it, and I was like, whoa, I got some muscle.
Yes. Let's see which way's the beach, girl. Which way's the beach? Oh,
Beach is that way. Tahiti is that way.
I mean, I love, like, maybe we could go a little deeper of what really hit you, talking about integrity and showing up and being authentic. Because so many times online, we see everybody like, look at me, I'm so happy, and blah, blah, blah of that. But what really made you like say, like, I'm not walking in integrity, I'm not doing this, and having that change? And also maybe someone who, like you, does not like to be in the spotlight. What really pushed you and, out of your culture, out of all these things? Maybe we could dig a little bit deeper for those who are really like, I want to do that, but like, what is it that really kind of, came to you?
Great.
Yes.
Great question. Okay, you want to go deep? We're going there.
Let's do it, queen. That's what we're about.
Deep dive. So out of integrity, feeling at the core that like exercise, like we have to exercise. There's no way around it. Like to be, and it doesn't have to mean in the gym all the time. To me, it was like being able, the definition of active is probably like being able to do what you want to do whenever you want to do it with whoever you want to do it.
Yeah.
So like, because I think about like the parents or the grandparents who are playing on the ground with little kids, or like little puppies too, little animals.
Yeah.
And you can't get up off the ground. Like that's
one of the biggest things that, where I work with fitness and seniors too, that they say, I want to be able to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
it's simple. Like it's the little things. It's to continue independence for as long as you can. I mean, I also think about when I visited my parents, I put my bags down. I'm a bag lady. I can work on that. I put it down. Yeah. in my parents' condo, and my dad like trips over a bag, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then he catches himself. I was like, whoa. If another 80-year-old something did that, they would have been on the ground. We would have been going to the hospital. And like, we might be looking at a hip fracture. And I'm like, not my dad. Not my dad. He's like, he's got it. He has balance. He is grounded. So I'm like, that's amazing. Okay. And then the other part of integrity was having kids, becoming a parent. I was very aware, I'm not sure why, of not being the person who is like, oh, honey, you can do whatever you want. You just put your mind to it. Like, I didn't want to say that and not do that for myself.
100%. I love that.
That was something that I was like, all right, that bodybuilding is hard. Like, if my kids are going to go through hard things, and they will, you can't, like, that's inevitable.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be able to walk the walk. I want to be able to, for me to say, like, honey, like, it's going to be hard. Like, there's no way around it. Like, it's how we deal with that, what we're telling ourselves in the process to move forward. Like, I wanted to be able to speak from experience, because it irks me so much, because like, I don't want to be told what to do. Yeah. And I do want to be told what to do.
Yes, 100%. And with that's a good comment coming in. Shauna. Hi, Shauna. Thanks for watching.
Oh,
hi. Loving this journey of finding out what was right for you. And that's so beautiful, because that's so true. We always are trying to find our parents or their generations, what their parents did. This is what you need to do, and this is how you need to show up. And then thinking that that's going to be passed down, and breaking that ancestral pattern as well. Because if we don't break that, then we're going to continue living in that field.
Yes. Yes. So then you also asked integrity. I think we just did that.
Yeah. And then just kind of like, what made you change, like authenticity and showing up, and you want to be there for, walking the walk, talking the talk, but someone who's scared to put themselves out there.
Yes. Thank you. And thank you, Shauna, for chiming in too. What made me do it was like, I was the scared person. Like I had become a scared person, afraid of my own shadow or afraid of being too much.
Mhm.
And there was something inside of me that was like, I wanted to prove myself wrong. Like the thought in my head, the voice of my dad, who always meant well, but it was like, too skinny is no good. And I'm
Mhm.
like, I don't want to be skinny. Like, to me, that's the same, or a very it's a negative word to me. Like, I don't want to be skinny. Like, I just want to be strong. I want
Love
to
that.
feel strong. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I actually hated it when people were like, "Ugh, you're so skinny." Like, because they were jealous, but I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
a
"Ew."
projection. Like,
Yeah.
it's definitely a projection. I feel like that too. Like, I was definitely on the skinnier side growing up. I got best body in high school, all these things. And, it made it uncomfortable. It made it uncomfortable because that's not how I view myself. I didn't want to be known as that skinny girl, or, oh, she didn't eat, or, oh, she like this. And to be categorized is so super hard. So maybe you could tell, like, when girls are going through this, I love that, changing the language. It's how
Yeah.
you talk and communicate.
Right. And so that was the underlying thought that I had. My identity was too skinny.
Mhm.
And then my sister would have, like, I have an older sister, and she would always, my aunt's not going to listen to this podcast. So one of my aunts would always rave about how beautiful my sister was, and how she's going to sponsor her for Miss Hong Kong. And like, I'm in the room,
Ooh.
and says nothing to me. So I made that mean that I was not pretty. So like my whole life, like tomboy,
Mhm.
no sense of fashion. My sister had the fashion sense. And so I thought, I believed I was not pretty and I was too skinny. So maybe that's why I chose bodybuilding, because bodybuilding, like, in order to succeed, you are strong yet graceful,
Yeah.
beautiful, elegant, whatever, if you do it right.
Like, let's talk about that, doing it right. And, talking about natural bodybuilding and things and showing up. And also too, like, I get it. I have a sister too. I'm the eldest, but no, I'm just kidding. But it's hard when things are compared, or certain things, of what it is. And also being raised by the same parents or the same community, and one, leading this way or saying, that's going to create that. So maybe you could help too with someone's going through this, to show, like, what's a little nugget that you could tell them, or any way to support. Because, and also with the media, I'm so thankful I did not have a cell phone in all this growing up, because that would have put me in an insane asylum probably.
Oh my gosh, Alana, you just brought up like so many amazing topics just now. Like, the comparison, doing it right. Comparison is the thief of all joy. That's what I've learned. Whenever I compare myself to other people, um, I've lost already.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes into the doing it right, because if I'm when I saw bodybuilding, like prep life, as a punishment,
Mhm.
and the ways that I was lacking, I wouldn't say that that's the right way to do it. It was part of my process, but when I started flipping it into, how can I succeed in this discipline so that I can apply some of these principles to my life. When I started looking at the value of the struggle,
Mhm.
then I started seeing things differently. Then I started, when I was surrounding myself with positive thoughts, like appreciating the grind,
Mhm.
embracing the suck, like David Goggins talks about. But so, like, hours upon hours of sitting with myself in the gym, like moving myself forward, because nobody else is going to bring me across the stage. It's like, how do I depend on me? How do I rely on me? That's what I mean by doing it right, versus like, I used to play victim. I was like, oh my gosh, if the first and second place girl didn't show up, I so would have won. Like, ah, shut up.
Yeah.
Or like, I was robbed. I'm like, okay, whatever. Or like, yeah, taking these quote unquote failures
Yeah.
as lessons, because
Right.
like when you win right out the gate, like what do you learn?
Mm-hmm. And like everybody gets a trophy and everybody, you know, and I want good sportsmanship and I want people to show up, but what can we maybe like tell, you know, the younger popular, or I wish, you know, in school they learn like supporting the girls and supporting, like, there's so many times we're pinned against each other, or, you know, I feel like we need to walk side by side. No one's in front, no one's behind. We learn so much and can learn from each other. But if we sit here and, oh, well, she did this, or, oh, look online, like she has more. No, when you talk to her, she's like, I hate my family. I am going through all this. And it's like, oh, you should have just said that, because you would have had that many more people who are authentic with you.
Yeah. So what, like the thing that you said about social media, not having social media during a hard time, while I'm competing, I would see other bodybuilders, like unnatural athletes, who publicize or post more on social media as inspiration. Like I would see them as like, okay, this is like a bigger goal that I could have, or that some people shoot for. But
Right.
like when I looked at other natural athletes and then I started knowing them and I was like, seeing them on stage, I'm like, when I started hearing myself say, "Ugh, look at that," or like when I started comparing myself to them, I would shut it off. I'm like, okay, clearly that's not helpful for me. Like seeking out other people for role models was helpful for me until it wasn't. And then I think knowing when it's not helpful
Mm-hmm.
for myself is when like it needs to be diverted to something else.
Yeah.
So yeah, having that self-awareness.
No, and I love that, the self-awareness. And I think we could do it like teaching younger to have that self-awareness. You know,
Yeah.
I would love like a class in elementary school to start them. You know, I think if we start them young and show them, you know, what it is, and show that it's okay, not everybody's going to win first place, and how you can succeed, or, you know, lessons being learned to, you know, achieve that.
Yeah. So also I was recently I finished up an emotional intelligence leadership training out in LA. And what I realized, when I found out that there was a teen version of it, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, let's go.
Yes.
I sent my son last weekend to it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is back in the day when I watched MTV, there was a short series that was on TV called If You Really Knew Me. And it was taking high school students, like from each of the 4 grades,
Yeah.
putting them into a gymnasium and like having these facilitators and like, so, and have different exercises, like different breakout sessions. And like you're sitting in a small group and one person says, like the facilitator of that group is like, I'm going to start a sentence and you finish it. So one of it was like, if you really knew me, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, wow.
So it was taking the jocks, it was taking the nerds, the whatever, the cheerleaders, whatever, and like really breaking down those barriers, those walls that we put up. And it's allowing students to see that they're more alike than they are different. So I was like, if I had this when I was in high school, that would have saved me a lot of stuff, right? Because high school is when you stop listening to your parents, or it's like it's not cool to listen to your parents or like do what they say, but
or different groups, or like, you know, I was a cheerleader, so everybody thought like, but I was that girl who was friends with everybody. Like I was not like, oh my God, I'm a cheerleader, I can talk to you, you know. But everybody gets these stereotypes, and I think too that's where it's hard, because someone doesn't know you, like they think like, oh, she's some like brat who just like is, you know, narcissistic and thinks about herself, and she's just that. But it's like, little do you know, like she could be depressed. She's going through all these things, but do you ask them? You just judge. And we're so quick to judge a book by its cover than actually get deep, you know, or like ask you something. That's why I love to get deep on the show, is to see like, how's your soul? Like what's going on? Not the surface level, because sometimes we're at that surface level. Like, how are you? I'm fine. Okay. And it's just,
it's great. Everything's fine.
Yeah. And then you just smile and nod your head, and, you know.
Yeah. So like the things that I got to here, I'm definitely going to facilitate or like be a coach for the next
Yeah.
one, because it's like, it's so juicy. But like, I wanted my son to have his own experience and I didn't want to like ruin it. But when he shared at the dinner table, he was like, yeah, I really got to learn more about other people. And yeah, like some heartbreaking stories too, you know, like there was another teen who hasn't seen her mom in like 10 years. And she's like, I don't even know my mom's favorite color. So I was like, so sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were like definitely amazing exercises and opportunities and experiences for them, for those teens to come together and talk about topics, talk about like relationships, connecting with people, and being in touch with your feelings. And how do you handle or regulate strong feelings? Because we're not taught how to do, we are taught how to do that, but it's not necessarily the most helpful way. Yeah. So huge. I'm like, love this.
Ooh. And I think we definitely need more. I wish there was more things like that in school. And I love that your son is willing to do it, because I think so many times, oh, I'm not going to do a group, or, you know, whatever, they can kick and scream. But the fact that he did it, you know, says a lot, I think, to you as a parent, and how you can show up for him of, you know, that too. I think that makes such a big deal. And great job, Mom. Ooh, I love that for you.
Yeah. And so what's on the other side of that is, how does he learn how to trust himself? How does he learn what it means to be his word? And when he says he's going to do something, what does that look like? How does that feel to actually follow through? Like, that's huge in the fact that it's not coming from me. It's coming from like another, like a coach or whoever. I'm like, I freaking love this. Yeah. I think that's why I'm like drawn to the world of transformation or mindset shifting and things like that. Yeah.
So we're gonna wrap up in a little bit, but that's a perfect to talk about that a little bit more of, you know, awakening your inner light. How can someone work with it? What is your passion? What are some little nuggets you could leave us with? Like, why is this so? You know, I saw you light up, you know, when you talked about it and your aura. What is so passionate for you that you can share with the readers, or some little nuggets that you want to leave us with?
So
I know that's questions.
Well, like, and this is unfolding for me also in real time. So as I'm playing around with it, you know, like I've closed the door on physician assistant work. And I was like, well, what did I learn from that? Right? Like, I didn't just go through physician assistant work and like work in orthopedic surgery for 14 years to walk away and like pretend like it never even happened. What was the point of that? And like, maybe the point of it was to know the human body, to see what other people, to see what the world is like on a whole, like how they perceive health and how they perceive nutrition. And like, the Isogenics has always is a foundation for me. So I've been with it for 12 years, and like I've stuck with it because of the simplicity and because of the science behind it. So I love that that's all taken care of. Like, and I'm at the core of me is like, I remember that woman like 12, 15 years ago who was lost and felt like, I don't even know who I am. I don't see my light. I know other people see it, but I don't see it myself. And that's still taking me some time. However, I'm definitely on the other side of it. And I do recognize, you know, like, when I'm lit up, it's just contagious. And
it is. You could tell. Like, I was just saying that, like, from the moment I met you, like, you have this like beautiful, soft demeanor of like an aura, and you shine such a beautiful light. And I love that you're starting to say it out loud and seeing yourself, because I know with this podcast, it's hard talking about yourself. And I'm so freaking proud of you, the way you talked about yourself today. the way you showed up for yourself today, and the way that you could show others that they could show up just like you, you know? And
Yeah.
that's what's so beautiful is you are real, you are authentic, and you show up just how it should be.
Yes.
So
Thank you. Yeah. So I'm always working to simplify. Like I love simplifying and talking about protein. It sounds weird. But I love talking about protein and how and the benefits of it for everyone's body, like whatever stage of life you're in and like into your 80s, 90s, whatever. Like it's so important and it doesn't have to be as hard as I used to make it be. So I'm always happy to help people with that, even if it's a nutrition audit. I am so fascinated with what holds us back, like what holds me back, and like how do I get out of my own way? Like if I'm of the belief that we can achieve whatever it is that we want to, the only person who actually stops us is me, is ourselves, then like how do you unstick, how do you unstop yourself, how do you like what is that little piece, because it's just a figment of our imagination. So like that to me is really fascinating, and I'm not sure how to put that into words just yet, but like yeah.
watch out, world. See, watch out, world. It's coming. It is coming. I think just speaking it and opening, you know, and here it is. What I love that you say, I don't know what it's going to be, because so many times we're told it needs to be like this. And if you have an idea, you have to know exactly what it is. So I love that you said it out. I have an idea. I don't know exactly. So that's more motivating for others to put it out there. So thank you for that, to show you don't have to have it all put it together. If you have an idea and it comes, like just putting it out to the universe, saying it out loud is so much more than having that plan. Always like, oh, what's your 5-year plan? And blah, 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 it all like lined up. So
yeah, and it's like taking steps towards that thing that I'm about to create.
yes. And I think that's when it really creates. I joke kind of, it's like, I feel like I've never had a kid, but your labor, you're crowning, you're right there. You're right to pop through. Like, here's the birth of it. You know, you're just taking some more breaths and Lamaze and, you know, soothing. And then, you know, when it's ready to birth, it will be ready to, you know, when
Yeah.
their time for you, it will happen.
Yeah. And I feel like it'll be kind of like a little bit of working with teens first and then adults, but like probably at around the same time as well too. So
which is so needed. I think so. Like, we need more with teens. We need more of understanding, because so many times I feel like, you know, each generation is different, but really showing them that like, we get it. We were, you know, there at one point, you know.
yeah.
And so maybe you could leave with one little thing I always like to say, or hold up. Here's little Elena. What would you tell your little Wendy and yourself now, or something that, you know, I always like look back at my little Elena.
My little Wendy is right over there on the shelf. So
yes.
what would I tell my 6-year-old? How old is your picture?
This one's like 3, but I have like a few other ones. Like, here's another one with like great teeth, like my little bangs, and you know, that's probably like 8 or not, you know, something. You know, I have different ages around me.
So sweet. Like, well, I wouldn't go super deep with my 6-year-old self or 8-year-old self, but yeah, like remembering that you're the light and go follow your dreams.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yes, 100%. Awaken your inner light, and it's always in there, you know. Perfect. So, thank you so much for being here. My heart is so happy. Is there any way, if anybody wants to get a hold of you, what's the best way? Do you have any there we go. What?
Thank you. The magical StreamYard fairies.
Yes.
They're listening. Thank you.
Or is there any other way, or anything that you're doing, or, you know, whatnot? I would love for you.
If you're in the Massachusetts area, I do do monthly sound bowl healing sessions.
Magical. I wish closer.
Yeah. So my Instagram account is there. You can always private message me. Also on Facebook. I am Wendy Hyatt, L-O-K. You can message me through there as well too. If you want to connect, if you like have something that you're working on and you're feeling a little stuck, reach out. There's also, as far as Isogenics goes, it's like there's a 30-day system that's on sale right now until the end of this month. And we start our Q3 90-day reset on July 1st. So if you want accountability and you want to do it with people, with me, then let's do it. This is a great time to do it. Put your summer body. Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you once again, Wendy. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm Elena with Your Health Vibes. Join Elena on Thursdays bi-weekly at 12 p.m. Eastern Time and 9 a.m. Pacific to begin raising your vibration, heart, body, mind, and soul today. You can reach me at ef11ca@gmail.com or my website, yourhealthvibes.com. We are new streaming network, WGSN-DB, Going Solo Network Radio. And once again, I'm Elena. Welcome to Your Health Vibes. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being present. Please reach out. Love you.
Love you. Thank you.